Hello everyone. So here we are located at T.H. Stone Memorial St. Joseph Peninsula State Park. Man, that's a mouthful. Located on beautiful Cape San Blas, Florida. Now many people may not be aware, but February is Florida Hiking Trails Month. And so today we're going to take a quick video and a quick walk through the Nature Trail, one of several trails located at the state park here on Cape San Blas. Now as you go through this trail, you're going to be surrounded by beautiful scenery. Trees that are up to 100 feet tall. Walking along the bay, you may be able to see dolphins swimming or turtles swimming, fiddler crabs walking, fish jumping, birds wading. Along the land, you may be able to see some deer walking along the trail or close to the trail. You may be able to see some alligators in the area. Yep, we have gators. Not known to attack anyone around the area, but there are some signs helping us to be watchful to that type of wildlife because we always want to be cautious as we're going out and walking through nature. As you're going through this trail, you'll realize just how soothing and calming and pristine it is. If you're having a rough day, maybe the trip down to Cape San Blas was a little complicated, a little stressful for whatever reason, these trails are sure to help you de-stress and put your cares to the back of your mind for that day. As you go through these trails, you'll see signage that helps explain the different plant life, to get a little history of these plants sometimes, or perhaps how important it is to the ecology. The trail is full of scenes that are designed to really help people see the beauty of the area. So the next time you're in Cape San Blas, if you're camping, make sure to take part in this trail. It's only about 700 yards, so not a big walk. And also, if you're not staying in the state park, you can pay the few dollars to get in and explore the state park and really enhance your trip to Cape San Blas. Back in the early 2000s, T.H. Stone Memorial St. Joseph Peninsula State Park was ranked as the #1 beach by Dr. Stephen Leatherman, aka Dr. Beach. Now, until recently, Dr. Beach had a policy that once a beach was ranked as #1, it could not be ranked #1 again. However, he recently changed that policy, thus allowing for our state park to possibly be ranked #1 again in the future. When it comes to the top state parks in the United States, back in 2014, T.H. Stone Memorial St. Joseph Peninsula State Park was ranked the #1 state park in the country. So what are some of the activities that a person can look forward to doing if they visit our state park on Cape San Blas? Well, there are many activities. Of course, there's the beach and the bay, but then there's bicycling, bird watching, there's a boat ramp at Eagle Harbor, cabins, campfire circles, camping, primitive camping, a canoe kayak launch, fishing, the hiking, the trails as we're seeing here, picnic pavilions, playgrounds, scuba diving, shelling, snorkeling, stargazing, which our night sky is very stunning during the summer, swimming, walking, weddings. Many people aren't familiar that people can have gorgeous weddings here at the state park. There's wildlife viewing, etc., etc. Another great feature about this state park is that it offers accessibility amenities. The park offers a beach wheelchair or an electronic mobility device for access to the trails within the park, as you see here, or to access the beach. Now, these accessibility amenities are available on a first-come, first-served basis, and those that would like to make use of these devices would have to call the ranger station directly to reserve them. For all you bird lovers out there, did you know that our state park is documented as the most productive shorebird nesting beach in the panhandle of Florida? As you walk along these trails, you'll see numerous species of wading birds, shorebirds, birds that are migrating, birds of prey live and spend time at the park during their migration from north and south. There is an abundance of variety of birds. Thus, anyone who loves bird watching and capturing photos of these certainly will not be disappointed. So what if bird watching really isn't your thing? Maybe shelling is. Well, there are abundant opportunities to find a nice collection of shells at the state park. Remember, the state park has 10 miles of shoreline along the beach and 10 miles of shoreline along the bay. Thus, between the two shorelines, you are bound to find a bunch of shells. Now, shelling can be sometimes a little bit hit and miss, but it seems the best time to go shelling is after storm activity or when it's low tide. But please remember, do not take live shells, and at times when there are a bunch of shells, it is best only to take a few. So what is some of the wildlife that you may run into while you're walking along the various trails in the state park? Well, as was mentioned, it's not uncommon for individuals to see deer, but you also may see a bobcat, fox, otter, raccoons, squirrels, possum, coyotes, armadillos, etc., etc. There is really no shortage of wildlife in the state park. But what about those who enjoy fishing? Well, there's a variety of fish that are caught in the waters around the state park. For example, people often catch speckled trout, red drum, flounder, mullet, bluefish, whiting, and even shark. One thing to take note of is that spear fishing, though extremely popular, is not permitted in the waters around the park. Another thing a person might want to pack for their trip when they visit the state park is a telescope. Why? Because on a clear night sky, a person can see thousands of stars in the Milky Way galaxy, along with at times a planet or two. And for those whose eyes are really attuned to the night sky, they're able to pick out the various constellations. Why is a person able to see so many stars throughout the year on Cape San Blas? Well, it is because we are located far from cities with a bunch of bright lights. Thus, all of that light does not cloud the sky and allows us to see some of the most stunning, stellar views on Earth. So what about pets? Well, pets are allowed on the camping sites, for example, but they must be on leashes at all times. However, pets are not allowed on beaches, along the natural shoreline, in picnic shelters, in the restrooms, cabins, primitive group camp, or wilderness area. Where the areas in which the pets are allowed, they must be on a leash that is no longer than 6 feet long, and the pets must be well behaved at all times. So when you visit the state park, where would you like to stay? There are really 3 options: the cabins, the camping full facility, and primitive camping. Now each option truly is based on what a person's preference is. For example, there are 7 cabins, and these cabins are located along the water, and they are furnished with 2 queen-size beds, a futon, and a day bed. Each cabin has an electric fireplace insert, central heating and cooling, kitchen with basic cooking and dining utensils, screened-in porch, and outdoor grill. Linens, pillows, and blankets and towels are provided. However, a television and telephones are not provided in the cabins. And for those who have never visited Cape San Blas before, they are not aware of the fact that our cell phone service is extraordinarily limited on this particular end of the peninsula. So that is something to keep in mind. Also, cabin number 4 is a designated accessible cabin, but is available to all. Then there is the camping full facility. Now, the state park has a total of 119 campsites. These are divided into 2 areas, Gulf Breeze and Shady Pines. Now, those who make use of this area have a number of facilities available to them. Also, they are allowed to have their pets in these campgrounds. However, pets must be on a leash at all times. Then there is primitive camping, and it is just that, primitive. There are no facilities that are available. Campers must bring their own supplies, They are required to carry in and out all their items, including their trash. They are not allowed to have pets, alcohol, or collect wood while in the state park.
One thing that you'll notice as you're walking along the beach in the state park is that they make use of the warning flag signs. Now, each of these flags help people to understand the current conditions of the water. Do you know what each flag represents? Well, a double red flag means that swimming is absolutely off limits. The high winds and the undertow currents make swimming deadly at that time. Yellow means swim with caution, but you need to stay close to the shore. Green means that the waters are safe. And purple means that marine pests are present, such as jellyfish or Portuguese man-o-war. If you've never been stung by these creatures, you may not fully appreciate how they can be pests. But let a Portuguese man-o-war get a hold of you one good time, and you will appreciate the color purple much more.
Well, now we're coming to the end of the nature trail. We hope everyone enjoyed this brief overview video of the nature trail and of the state park as a whole. For those that have never visited the state park but like to vacation on Cape San Blas on a somewhat frequent basis, perhaps one time you can enter the state park and get to explore it yourself. One thing the state park has that many other places do not is that their dunes are some of the tallest dunes in the nation. That in and of itself makes them unique. So the next time you visit Cape San Blas, please make sure to explore the state park and other features of our beautiful area, and we hope you enjoy your vacation.